In a past issue of Support Edge, we looked at some ways to handle an abusive customer call. But sometimes the customer is simply upset or angry, not abusive as such, and it would be a mistake to handle those two types of customer calls in just the same way. A customer might be upset for a number of reasons. They may have repeatedly attempted a solution on their own with no success. They may have a stringent deadline that they have to meet. Or they may have been set off by something you said or the way you said it. Whatever the reason for the upset, there are some telltale signs that'll help you identify when conflict is on the horizon. You'll want to take pause if, number one, there's a change in the customer's tone of voice, if they're now speaking a little louder than they used to. Number two, there's a change in the customer's rate of speech. They're now speaking at a faster rate than they were before, or maybe they've slowed down and are speaking in a more deliberate way than they were before. And number three, if the customer suddenly becomes silent or withdraws. Those are some telltale signs that conflict is on the horizon. And when one or more of those symptoms occurs, it's time to change the way you're communicating with the customer. So when you sense the customer is becoming upset, you'll need to lessen the impact of the conflict. Here are some suggestions for doing just that. First of all, don't interrupt. This is the worst thing you could possibly do in an irate customer situation. Instead, let the customer vent. Allowing the customer to vent is part of the process of calming the customer down and getting them back to a state where we can work with them and then do some problem solving. Number three, be empathetic and respectful. Enter into the customer's experience. Put yourself in their shoes and let them know you understand why they might be upset in the situation. Number four, offer assistance in the form of alternative solutions. Customers love alternative solutions, especially if they're irate customers. And then number five, remain positive and professional. Don't allow the customer's emotion to impact yours. Now, the key to dealing with this type of customer is to stave off an argument. No one is going to win if the customer's upset and you're defensive. But if you resolve not to push the customer, they'll eventually calm down and you'll be able to work with them once again in a normal state. Well, that wraps up this edition of the Support Edge video blog. Until next time, be sure all your support activities are customer-centered, performance-driven, and outcomes-based.